Yeah, oh, I'm going to go live. Hi. Hi, my name is Sunshine, and I am the CEO and founder of Market Her Brand, a global women's organization that helps women to start and grow their business by providing them a speaking platform to share about who they are and what they do. We're super excited about this global tour where so many women are coming on the platform to be able to not just share their passion, but their purpose, but they're here to empower, elevate, and educate and equip you to keep on moving forward. Well, please check out our website at www.marketherbrand.com to keep track of all the global things that we're doing to empower women globally. Without further ado, I'm super excited about our upcoming speaker, Stephanie Randle. She's a everyday speaker with Market Her Brand. We're super excited about the knowledge that she brings, the value she brings, and most of all about the enthusiasm that she brings and being able to see women lead. Okay, so get your pen, get your paper, your notepad. You don't want to miss this. You're truly in for a treat. Without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to you, and we're super excited to have you here, like always.
Hi, Sunshine. Thank you for having me here. Welcome, ladies. I hope that you've had a great day and you're ready to dig in. So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about confidence, right? Confidence. But before we get started, just let me introduce myself. I am Stephanie Randall. I am founder and CEO of Ignite Change. I am an executive coach and business strategist who transforms executive women into fearless leaders, empowering them to build their courage, community, and connections that the C suite was never designed to give them. So let's dig in now. Confidence. Now, I know you've heard this before. You either have it or you don't. Tonight, we're going to help you rebuild it. If you don't have it, we're going to help you create it. Okay? So let's get ready to dig in, and hopefully, you are ready to be embraced with some knowledge. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is self doubt. Self doubt is one of the things that erodes our confidence. And just let me share a little story with you. My background is in IT. And so I was a system engineer on a huge project. And I had reached out to partner organizations and other people to help come together so that we could have a great project and be successful. And so I'm sitting in this huge conference room. I'm sitting in the middle of the conference room table and I'm looking around, and people are beginning to stream in. And I notice it's only men. I'm like, well, okay, no worries. We can do this. So I'm sitting there, and a young man sits right in front of me, and he says, hey, are you the secretary that's going to be taking the meeting notes? And I said, secretary? Nothing's wrong with being a secretary. But in that moment, the fact that he didn't see me as a technical woman with the abilities to lead this effort threw me back a little bit. And so I sat back in my chair and I was like, what? Why would he say that? And my inner voice, we all have them, was like, see? And she just started going. And then I stopped for a second. I said, wait a minute. And I sat back up in my chair. I said, no, I'm Stephanie Randall. I'm the senior system engineer on this project, and I called this meeting. But let's think about this for a second, just based on my story. Why do fear and self doubt even show up? Why did I have that thought, that moment to sit back in my chair and go, wait a minute? So, self doubt rarely appears without a reason. Okay. Our confidence is often eroded through subtle messaging, direct experiences that teach us to be smaller, and especially women. And there are also some societal conditionings or lived experiences that lead to inner silencing, as well as we are often experience, especially women, of being what? Overlooked, we're dismissed while we're talking, or we're even interrupted. And maybe there may be this fear of, you know what, if I'm a little bit assertive, no one will like me. So that may hold us back as well. And then I talked about that little voice that we always hear in our heads telling us this or that. So that can also erode our confidence. So let's keep moving. Now, I'm going to teach you two tools tonight that will help you with your confidence. The first one is the confidence reboot framework. It is a 3-step method that helps you shift from shrinking to standing tall. Okay? The first thing you want to do, you want to notice the narrative. Become aware of the stories that you're telling yourself about your potential, your abilities, your worth, your values. Then, next, we want to name the root. Identify where this limiting belief originated from. Was it a specific moment, a critical voice, or some type of cultural messaging? And then lastly, we want to reclaim the power. Replace that limiting belief with a new truth rooted in your strength, your wisdom, and your value that you can speak with conviction. Okay? So, this confidence reboot framework, 3-step method, it's the pathway from shrinking to standing tall. Okay? The first thing we want to do though, let's talk about reframing those limiting beliefs. If I asked any person in the room right now, what's a limiting belief that you're carrying around? I know you could rattle it off because we all can, right? Maybe it is, I'm not good enough, right? I always mess up when it matters. I'm not worthy. That's just a few. We want to transform them. We want to transform them by figuring out first, we want to notice what they are. We want to notice and acknowledge them, right? Then we want to name them. We want to trace it back. We want to trace it back to where it came from. It might have been a childhood criticism. It might have been a dismissive boss or some type of cultural expectation. And then we want to reclaim it. So we want to rewrite that belief. So at the beginning, I said, maybe I'm not good enough. But maybe what I say now is, I am growing every day and I am enough as I am. Just that shift, changing how we're thinking about those words. Okay? So you want to notice, name, reclaim. Notice, name, and reclaim. Okay? Now, our next tool is called the confidence anchor. And it's a 60-second practice to rebuild trust in yourself. The first thing you want to do, let's have a morning mantra. We want to begin each day with an affirmation in a sense. So maybe you say, I choose to listen to myself, my truth today, right? And say it out loud, looking in the mirror, connecting with your eyes. Then maybe we do a power posture. That's where we stand for 60 seconds. We put our shoulders back, put our hands on our heart, and we take 3 breaths, okay? And feel that physical shift in our energy. And then lastly, we're going to align an action. We're going to commit to one small action today that honors our worth. That might be speaking up at a meeting. Maybe it's setting some boundaries, or maybe it's doing something that you enjoy. Okay? But what we're going to do right now, we're going to try to do this power posture. Okay? So wherever you are, if you can, I want you to stand up. I want you to put your shoulders back and put your hand on your heart. And now let's take 3 breaths together, and I'm going to count with you. Okay? So let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just hold that. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. and exhale. One, two, three, and four. And one last time, I'm going to inhale again. One, two, three, and four. And hold. And exhale. One, two, three, and four. How do you feel right now? Think about what you're feeling in your energy, in your body. How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit more confident? Okay. We're going to continue to move on. Now, the one thing that we have to do next is we got to think about how we integrate these tools. You've learned two tools, the confidence anchor and the confidence reboot framework. Two tools that you can use on a daily basis. So how do you integrate those and be committed to those as well? So think about how you can integrate them into your daily practice or process, which you want to call it. Whether it's in the morning before you go to work, sometime during the day, in the evening, how you're going to integrate and be committed. And let's address some common confidence challenges. We talked about that voice, that inner voice that we always hear. It is okay to acknowledge that voice. You can say, hey, I noticed that critical thought, but you don't have to accept it as truth because it isn't true. It's not true about what it's saying about you. You can use the three-step confidence reboot framework after experience a rejection or a mistake, because that's when those, limiting beliefs, they try to sneak back in and throw you off course. And then the last thing you want to do, you want to maintain consistency. You want to link that confidence anchor to some type of existing habit. Maybe you do it when you're getting ready to get your cup of coffee in the morning, or when you're about to go into a meeting or driving to work. The key to lasting change is integration. It's not willpower. And I want you to remember this one thing. If you remember nothing else, confidence isn't loud. It's rooted. It grows quietly through daily practice and self-compassion. Again, confidence isn't loud. It is rooted. It grows quietly through daily practice and self-compassion. Okay? Now, your confidence journey. You want to keep this going on a daily practice. You want to use that confidence anchor every morning to set the tone of your day. Your weekly reflection. Review and reframe one limiting belief using that three-step reboot framework. And then lastly, community support. Tell your family and friends about what you're doing and help and allow them to celebrate your journey. I think you'll find that as you become more immersed in using the tools every day, that your confidence grows, right? And you're able to feel confident in any situation, no matter what it is. So, does anyone have any questions about what we talked about today, about the two tools? Hopefully, the tools were helpful and the information given was also helpful.
Awesome. Coach Stephanie, we love the fact that you are touching on confidence, especially in the day and time we live in with social media, where people have to show up for their business and their brand. Thank you for taking time to give us the steps that are necessary so we can just take, action to be able to get it accomplished. One thing I know by knowing you is, and the type of coach you are, you always say that nothing happens overnight, but taking small strides over time does work. That being said, how can people get in touch with you? What platforms that you are on, and how can people just connect with you as a coach?
You can reach me via my website. It is ignitechangenow.com. Or you can send me email at srandle, and that's SRANDLE at ignitechange.com. Or you can DM me on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just look for my name or Instagram.
Awesome, awesome. There you have it. We're super excited that you took time to come onto this Global Women's Tour. This is just an annual thing that we are doing. If y'all love this, we're going to be doing, rolling out some panel discussions. So we're super excited about that as well. Without further ado, I want to say if you are listening to a replay, please feel free to share the replay to anybody else that you feel can definitely benefit from this information.
Sunshine, you're muted. Sunshine, you're muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Is there
Okay.
anything you'd like to say before we conclude the broadcast?
No, just thank you so much for having me. Hopefully, everyone could use these two tools to help them build their confidence. And don't take these tools lightly. They may be small. You think, oh, this can't change how I feel about my confidence, but actually doing it on a doing it daily and being committed to it and integrating it into your life, you can make a difference. And Sunshine, thank you for having me. This has been great.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for everybody coming on. We truly appreciate it. And to further notice, please keep contacting all what we're doing at marketherbrand.com. Again, my name is Sunshine Fulawanda, CEO and founder. And again, we thank you all for coming on to the broadcast. And thank you, Coach Courtney. I'm sorry, Coach Stephanie. As always, we do have a lot of coaches in this organization that work. But again, Coach Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on to the broadcast. And we do appreciate you for taking time to share with us today. You have a great night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.